Hey guys, number one Marmaduke fan here. Comic book reviews? What even is a comic book review? I haven't done a comic book review in a month because I've been making comic books. All right, so I'm reading comic books during my lunch break again. I work in essential services, so coronavirus just means I have a lot more work to do than normal. Uh, and since I'm reading some comics during my lunch break, I thought it'd be fun to do maybe a little ongoing Marvel versus DC thing. Basically, the only Marvel and DC books I feel are worth buying anymore are the $1 ones. The price point is great, and I think they're actually better than a lot of the new material. So it's basically win-win. I kind of have always felt like the Marvel versus DC thing is too much of an in-house nerd baseball thing. Like, they're both fun, silly superhero comic book companies, basically. But it is kind of fun to maybe do a little compare contrast. Maybe DC's a little more cerebral, a little bit more mythological, and Marvel's a little bit more trashy and fun and appealing to the common man. But basically these are both recommends. They're $1. So first we're looking at Star Wars According to the Droids. It's a fun Star Wars book. From the Legends content, they have to put Legends on everything these days. All right, so my recommendation is if you want the best retelling of Star Wars: A New Hope, get the Dark Horse graphic novel series from the 90s. I don't think Marvel bought the rights to that when they got the rights back to Star Wars books, so unless I'm wrong, tell me, but I think the only way you can get the Dark Horse retelling of A New Hope is to just buy the used graphic novel from the 90s. I read it 90 times when I was a kid until the cover fell off. I bought a new one as an adult so I can keep it in pristine edition. So that's the best. I like that comic book better than the movie of Star Wars. It's so freaking good. But Star Wars According to the Droids is a fun little silly kitty retelling of Star Wars: A New Hope. It's kind of a reminder of how fun and goofy Star Wars is before people got cerebral about it. I like how they gave Princess Leia cleavage. I like how the ships don't look like the ships in the movies. They don't look like those awful, ugly 3D models that are just plopped in. It's like they took a sticker out of a Star Wars sticker book, or Disney just ripped off some 3D fan artist's beautiful 3D rendition of a Millennium Falcon and they just plop it everywhere. This is fun. I'm tired of Photoshop 3D rendered screenshots of the movie characters. Hire some artists who actually draw. So who are the artists on this old book? Dave Manek is the writer, Ernie Colon is the penciler, and Marie Severin is the inker colorist. This has a couple little bonus scenes where, the droids get in some trouble with some mole people, and then they get into some trouble with what are they called? The Tusken Raiders. But then apart from that, it kind of just faithfully retells the story of A New Hope. I like how the droids are kind of rubbery and comedic in the book. You couldn't get them to do things like this in the movie probably because the costumes were so stiff. Just a reminder that Star Wars is fun and goofy. Now, if you go to the back, my one quibble is the coloring in the inside is okay. I like this old school coloring better because it's weird, it's trashy, it's offbeat, it's fun because things are wrong. R2-D2 doesn't look like that. Hey, there your lightsaber's yellow. Why does he have a red thing? Why does he have a green glove, right? Okay, so they got the new colors to do this 3D rendered thing, which is okay. This isn't atrocious coloring, but look, even in the new fancy schmancy new coloring, you missed that Chewbacca has a wide eye. We don't need everything to be pristine and on model. Let it be weird and trashy and funny and goofy. Basically, it's what if A New Hope, an episode of the Droids cartoon crossed over with A New Hope. Marvel, none of this fancy schmancy recoloring of old comic books. I like this trashy, faithful, goofy, bright coloring. And mostly that's what it is in the interiors. I think the interior colors did a pretty good job of kind of keeping it simple and making it feel like an old school comic. Swamp Thing #1, written by Len Wein, art by Bernie Wrightson. I couldn't find the credits anywhere, so I have no idea who the color or letterer is, but it's got a great, deep dripping purple prose, old film noir movie writing style with lots of great, verbiage about, the depressing rain and the gods are mad at humanity. And he has this great, what's his name? Dr. Swamp, soon to be Swamp Thing, has this great kind of human tragedy to his life. I also like how Wrightson's art has like a lot of shadows and blacks to it because it's dark and scary. Also, if you kind of look at what he's doing on the cover, so he's got like this clear outline of the arm, see? But then when the water's dripping, everything's getting a lot looser, and there's like little maybe like brush marks there that he's getting to make it feel a little splashy. Like there's a strong outline here, and he's breaking the outline to make it feel like splashy and energetic. That's great stuff. It feels moody and exciting throughout. I just loved it. This is absolutely a high recommend. I was never a Swamp Thing guy, but I kind of know that Swamp Thing is basically like, if there's a meme, it's like tiny little brains like Batman, galaxy brains like Swamp Things. Oh, it's for the smartest people. Yeah, because there's this cool like human drama to it. There's this cool kind of like mystical, he's one with nature element to it. But it's also just like a really fun, goofy story with like some exciting, monsters smashing cars. It's fun. What a fun book. For some reason, they're pushing Alan Moore. I guess they figure, oh, if you like Swamp Thing and you're so cerebral, you must like Alan Moore too. All right. I haven't read Alan Moore's Swamp Thing, but I've made fun of Alan Moore a few times. I'll give Alan Moore some more shots. This is a great book. Quibble time. All right. So this is the great series. This is what Marvel and DC, exactly what they should be doing. I like this trade dress better than this because no one knows what True Believers #1 means. What it meant originally was they would get like the first appearance of, I don't know, Black Panther. And so it would be True Believers #1. It's the #1 issue with Black Panther in it, right? Now it's just basically whatever they feel like doing. And if you can sort of make the argument that I guess it's a #1, like this is #1 of Droids Star Wars, right? But it was probably like what, number 300 of, yeah, it was Droids #6. So it wasn't even Droids #1. So here's an idea. What if you publish the other 2 books in the series so that the kid who gets volume #1 can get volume #2 or volume #3, right? Like it doesn't have to be like just volume 1 of some issue all the time. Swamp Thing, I have no complaints about it. I think they should push more of this era. We lost Len Wein. Cursed telemarketers. All right, I was just saying, Swamp Thing is great. I want to see more of Wrightson and Len Wein. I read the Swamp Thing, I think it was like the winter special they did a year or 2 ago, and that was a great comic. That was my first comic I read with Swamp Thing. I gave it to that cool old restaurant owner I met who was a big Swamp Thing fan back in the day and lost all his Swamp Thing comics. That was a nice present. Wow, all right. I'm already going down all the trains of thoughts and all the tangents. Only one comic book review, and I'm already doing all the tangents. All right, those are the 2 comic books I read this week. They're both high recommendations. Get them, give them away to a kid, keep them forever. I don't care, but this is worth supporting. I'm no Marmaduke fan. I love you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.